Welcome back to Tractor Doctor TV. Today, guys, we're going to go through this little Allis and see what parts I'm going to end up needing. So, guys, I started working on the little C. And then I realized that I didn't film any of it, and I told you guys I'd take you along for the journey. So what I was doing is I pulled the spark plugs out, and it's looking like what I could see on the plugs that the three that I have pulled, looks like those cylinders are probably stuck or somewhat stuck. The only thing I dislike about these little Allises is you got to pull the oil filter off to get to number 4. So I'm not even going to kind of mess with that. I am going to pull the hood, and I think we're going to pull the valve cover and see what we got going on underneath there. Other than that, guys, I have done some research on parts. I know in Crazy D's video he talks about on the VAC that the parts are real cheap. It's like $600 for a rebuild kit, but I don't know if he's taking into effect that all of the full rebuild kits do not come with main bearings or rod bearings. So I think I need to tell him about that. Back to those gasket sets and stuff. I found a full rebuild kit through Yesterday Tractor. It's their bare minimum basic set. Pistons, sleeves, comes with pretty much everything. And with shipping and maybe a little bit of tax, it'd be about $400 plus, of course, plus bearings, because they're not going to send the bearings with it, because you need to figure out if you need the standard or if you're going to need oversized or undersized bearings. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull the valve cover off here. See if we can get them to come off. I'm going to check and see what the valves are looking like. I'm not quite sure. There's one of the things we need to figure out is what things are kind of looking like, and up here underneath the valve cover. Guys, real quick while I'm doing this, I think I want to explain something hopefully I can explain it a little bit better than I think I have so far in the video. How I know I have several cylinders that are stuck is I looked at the end of the spark plug, and it's a rusty spark plug. Normally indicates that there's moisture has built up in that cylinder, and that's a very quick and easy way to figure out what things are looking like. And that doesn't always work. I mean, I didn't really, honestly, one of the reasons I went ahead and started pulling them out on this one, it looked like he had recently replaced them, like he had started working on this one. And that's why I originally wasn't going to do a whole lot with the showing you spark plugs. And now I showed you in a previous video, which I'll link, how that kind of works on that 350 International Crazy D and I picked up. So, guys, it took me a little bit to get the valve cover off. There's little rubber grommets on each one of these studs, and it helps seal everything up and make sure water don't get in. And they were quite rotten, and it made it hard to get the valve cover to come off. The reason we took the valve cover off, guys, is with an old tractor like this that's stuck, you want to check and make sure you're not what I call valve stuck, which have stuck valves. The best way to kind of do that is an old dead blow hammer, and you just beat on them. So we got a valve set that's not coming up here. We got one back here doing the same thing. That one's fine. That one's fine. This one here, if I can get on it good, it's stuck. That one's moving. That one's stuck. So it seems like, guys. So guys, as you can see previous, we tapped on all the valves. We're looking to find which ones are stuck. This one here, which would be an exhaust valve, that one's stuck. It seems like the intakes there are fine. That looks like these two are here. These two here with my fingers on, there should be exhaust. And then both of them here on number 4, both of those valves are stuck. So, alright guys, so we just figured out that yes, I'm going to have to do some valve work. Other than that, guys, I think she's in really good shape. I think I'm going to do like Crazy D. I think I'm going to take the zenith off and just send it out to somebody to have it done. I mean, I can do it. But it's one of those things that I think it'd be worth the money to have somebody that has all the equipment, some of the equipment I don't have, to do that kind of work for me, to do the work. I'm pretty sure he probably has the machines to, one of those little sonic blaster things, and some of the other equipment I just don't have here that to do that kind of work. So I think I might talk with Crazy D about when he sends his out, that we might just send the one for this one out too, and have it rebuilt that way. Otherwise, guys, I disagree with Crazy D on this thing as well. I don't think it's worth saving. I think it's in better shape, or just as good a shape as the VAC is. Like he said, the rebuild kits for this thing are extremely cheap. And I don't like using cheap, because cheap means low, can be used for low quality. But let's put it this, let's correct ourselves. The rebuild, full rebuild kit, everything minus bearings for this thing is extremely reasonable. I mean, I'm not looking at over $400 for replace this seal, all the front seals, the pan seals, all the seals, and it comes with pistons and sleeves and the bushings for the rods and all. And I mean, of course, like I said, minus bearings, because that's one of those things you got to determine which ones you need. But other than that, guys, I think we're at the point where I think it's time to say, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. It don't cost you anything. And while you're there working at subscribing, go ahead and hit that little bell up there in the corner. That way you know when the next video comes out. And guys, as always, I always ask, if you feel it's worth sharing, go ahead and share it. Other than that, guys, thank you for coming in and going through this little Allis C with me. And like always, see you next time. Bye, guys.